Hello, my name is Ben Looms. I am the CEO and Creative Director of Syrinscape, and we are super excited to be bringing you our first official sound packs for the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. Whoa! Starting with Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the beginning chapters. How do you get your hands on these fantastic, immersive, interactive sound packs? Well, you can buy the product as just a once-off purchase. There'll be some links in the description, and that unlocks these 9 sound sets, including a whole range of spectacularly useful locations in Waterdeep. Fantastic for the Dragon Heist adventure, or just for any play in Waterdeep herself, or any of the big cities in the Dungeons & Dragons world. You can also instead subscribe. Grab a Dungeons & Dragons subscription that will unlock everything in the fantasy player, and you'll be able to use it all, and will also gain you permanent ownership of all the future Dungeons & Dragons sound packs, including the 2 subsequent parts of the Dragon Heist adventure, which will be coming out very soon and which are sounding awesome. But you came for a demo of this Dragon Heist content, which is absolutely extraordinary and fun and rich and beautiful, including a fully interactive Dernan, who you can actually have chats with, and he can answer questions and supply answers to whether certain rumors are true or not. I'll give you a quick demo. He might say, where's 3 strings? Let's turn him down because he can't play very well. So yeah, Dernan might say,
"Welcome to the Yawning Portal.
Thank you, Dernan.
Best establishment of its kind in Waterdeep."
Excellent to hear from you, Dernan.
Dernan, at your service.
You can presumably give us some nice drinks while we chat,
Yeah.
and some yummy food.
Yep.
And fantastic discounts, presumably.
No.
Oh, that's not very nice. What if we made you give us some drinks?
I think it's best you moved on.
Then there's a fantastic brawl. There's actually almost all the lines of dialogue that are in the Dragon Heist adventure. For instance, where it says in the text, "Ya pig," blah 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 blah, that it says Yagra says, you actually just click a button for that.
"Your pig like killing me mates, does ya?"
And then you can
show you how I feel about that.
and then you can trigger the brawl, and there's a big fight. You can hear all the sounds of furniture being broken and people being punched. And then Dernan, of course, it says in the event, she tells them to get out.
Out.
And then a troll attacks.
Oh.
There is a lot of music in these Dungeons & Dragons sound packs, including 5 very long, big, epic battle tracks, which sound extraordinary and will really, really add to the tension of this battle and add to the feeling of epicness as the players defeat the monsters. So they are really, really, really great. Show you just a few of them. That one starts slowly, this one starts quickly. The percussion for these tracks was performed on a large steel trash bin, kind of like 10 feet wide and 6 foot deep and 6 foot high. One of those. Makes for a very organic Remember with Syrinscape, if you want to hear more of the music, you can turn it up, or turn it down, or skip to the next track just by a double click. But that is just one sound set of 9. We have Waterdeep in all her beautiful seasons, at daytime and nighttime, including samples from people who donated their voice to Syrinscape at the various conferences that we attended this year. I'll play one of them. Who knows what it's going to be? It's going to be random.
Selling dates and pistachios! Dates and pistachios!
Now, they normally appear just very much in the background, almost inaudible, so I'll trigger one in its normal mix. Yeah. That one was almost inaudible. I'll play another one. Just adding to the richness and the flavour and the variability of Syrinscape, which is one of its big strengths. There's Waterdeep on a cold winter's day. You hear the sounds of feet scrunching in the snow. And nighttime as well, where obviously there's less crowd noises. Oh, and the Day of Wonder is super cool, which is kind of this big parade thing with automatons and things. And there's this fantastic music in the distance. Where is it? Yeah, hear it there. Parade music. It kind of fades in really, really subtly and comes past. Sort of slightly inept brass players and slightly over-enthusiastic bass drum players. There's Finding Floon, which is now we're getting kind of the guts of the actual adventure and some of the specific encounters, including the cool gnome.
Hail and well met. Come browse the shelves of the most curious curiosity shop in the world.
Who once again you can interact with, fully interaction. You can get him to, you can ask him questions like about do you think the Xanathar is the most awesome person in the world?
Yes.
And do you think he's he's gonna bring Waterdeep to levels of greatness never before seen?
Yes.
And will you vote for him?
No.
All that sort of stuff. There's the Skewered Dragon, which is kind of a slightly seedy pub where you can actually get rumors about specific characters. Once again, mentioned in the text where it says "chip off the old block," blah blah blah, and goes on. You can see that you're supposed to hit this button.
Chip off the old block, that one.
And
Just another spoiled rich noble who likes to rub our noses in it.
excellent. The Kenku have been fantastically fun to record. Mike Mearls gave us beautiful voice acting for Renaer.
When the Lords of Waterdeep ousted my father, I thought his long dark shadow was finally gone for good. The truth is, I want nothing to do with them, but his spies hound me. One of them, a gnome named Dalekar.
Beautiful work, isn't it?
Watching me.
Yeah, and don't forget
months, at least.
Volo, recorded by Chris Perkins. There's some fantastic videos on our social media of Chris, the work we do with Chris, and it was we took it all very seriously, including the Xanathar, who's coming soon, who's spectacular. So if you want permanent ownership of that SoundPack when it comes out, be a Dungeons and Dragons subscriber or a Super Siren when that drops in just a few weeks. But here's Chris.
You be adventurers, am I right? I could use your help. Let's find a table to talk, shall we?
Once again, that's a little bit of box text in the adventure. You can recognize it really, really easily. It says you can either choose to voice act it yourself or the button sitting there ready to click. What else? Happy Day in Trollskull Alley. This is fantastic. The fireball. Spoilers, by the way, for Waterdeep. Dragon Heist. That's that fireball going off. And then when the players, PCs go to the site, you can hear some weeping people. And you can talk to the witnesses, including, kind of spookily, if they use a raise dead spell, speak with dead spell to talk to some of the corpses, there's these lines.
Dalekar stole artifacts called Stone of Galore.
Oh, that's key information.
From where beholder known
There we are.
Xanathar dungeon deep below city.
Ugh. So if you want to see who did some of these voices, just click the little eye and you can see the credits.
Fireball.
I like the idea of them just sort of saying,
Fireball. Fireball.
of course, each time you press it, it's going to be different, so it doesn't sound the same all the time. Ah, fantastic. Zardoz Zord. Dinner with Zardoz. Recorded by the inestimable Chris Lindsay. Thank you.
Welcome aboard the eye catcher, Zara Sword, at your service.
Ah, fantastic. Once again, another interactive character, so you can see your hat looks marvelous, Sardos.
Indeed.
And your clothes look totally fine.
Yes.
Have you ever
yes.
Have you ever considered dressing less flashily?
No.
And once again, multiple clicks on the button will be different each time.
Oh, no. No.
And finally, the big encounters in Gralhund Villa, including our fantastic shadows. This is a really, really, really freaky... spooky battle. And once again, a bit more of that spectacular Dungeons and Dragons battle music, specially written for this sound set. Ah, I forgot Troll Skull Manor and the mood music. That's right. But I want to listen to that because it's so cool. There's also, different sort of moods for the investigative tasks and suspenseful moments in your adventure. And some amazing... Oh, Xanathar's hideout's really cool as well, which I missed. And the goblins and the kobolds. Look, there's so much to show here. Grab a trial subscription is probably the easiest way to just unlock it all without paying anything. Because that will activate after 30 days if you don't cancel. If you do cancel it, you just never pay anything. You can, of course, just buy the SoundPack just once off and enjoy that. And what we really would really like, if you're still watching, hi, thanks for sticking with my demo. We'd really love some feedback, so jump on social media and respond on threads. What you like, what you don't like, what you think could be done better. And also what adventure we should be supporting after Dragon Heist, because we're really super keen to move on to the next stuff. But yes, grab a subscription so that when this is released, you'll gain permanent ownership of it in the subsequent chapters as they come out in the next few weeks. Or if you're watching this months after the initial release, then jump on board, because there's always going to be more and more Dungeons and Dragons content coming out, because we're really excited to be producing the official sounds for the Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game. Thank you for sticking with me, and game on.